morning. How are you doing today?
Good. How are you?
I'm pretty good. So I just wanted to let you know that once again, whatever we talk about in here is strictly confidential, okay? Nothing leaves this room. It's just between the two of us, okay?
I'm glad because I really felt comfortable the last time that we spoke. I really felt like it helped.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. So how's soccer going?
It's fun. I try to practice every single day, and hopefully I can get better because I see the guys on the TV, and hopefully one day I can be like that.
Okay. Do y'all have a soccer game coming up anytime soon?
On Sunday, we have typically they're on Sundays, and which allows us to have some time to enjoy family time in the morning, and then usually in the afternoon we're able to go out.
Well, hopefully you'll score a goal this Sunday. So how's your grandma doing?
She's doing really well. She's doing well. I went home after we had a conversation, and I really spoke to her about what my feelings were, and I really wanted to make sure that I did talk with her because after talking with you, I felt very comfortable understanding what the boys were talking about and why they're picking on her. And I felt it really important to maybe have a conversation with her because we do talk about a lot of things, and she does make me feel good and special, and I thought that I should have a conversation with her.
Right. So I'm glad you actually went home and worked on the goal that we set in the last session. I'm glad to hear that you and her had that conversation about what some of the other kids are saying about her. And it's good to know that no matter what they're saying, that you still feel that same bond for her. So I'm really glad to hear that. So what did she have to say about all of this?
She was very thoughtful and really talked with me and said that it was okay because the boys didn't understand the relationship that we had. And she did explain to me that they don't have some of the same things that we have, and I don't have a mommy, and they have a mommy, and it's a little different. And she explained that there are some people who maybe don't understand, and because they don't know what our family is like and what goes on in our house, and she was very comforting to me that she made me feel much better, and being able to talk to you to bring it up to understand that maybe this is what was upsetting me, and I just didn't know it at the time.
Okay.
But now after our conversation and talking with my grandma, I really feel like she made me feel better.
Okay, so it sounds like y'all really had a really good conversation, that she kind of elaborated or explained what she means to you, and then also that it's okay if your mom or grandmother isn't like all the other moms. So do you feel a little better with talking with me and her?
I do feel, because like we talked about the other day, that I didn't understand why the boys were making fun of me or making fun of my grandmother and calling names, and now that I understand it better, I think that the conversations that we had were very helpful in making me understand and seeing that other people may be different than what we are.
Okay, so what I'm hearing is that you now have a better understanding that it's okay if your grandmother's a little older, but at the same time, she's still a mother figure for you. And I think that's just a really great point because I know how I feel about my own mother, and despite her age, she could be young or old, I still have a very special feeling towards her also. So I'm glad to know that the conversation was very beneficial. So are there any other goals that you think we can make to have by the end of this session?
I think that it's maybe I need to understand that not everyone's the same, and I can continue to look at people maybe they're not the same as me, or maybe they don't like the same things as me. Maybe other people like baseball and not soccer.
Right.
And some people are different than me, but that doesn't make them bad, and I understand that. I just hope that the boys who are making fun of me, you could maybe understand that, but I don't know what they think, so I only know how I feel and how it makes me feel.
Okay. So it sounds like you do have a great understanding that the boys know they have a certain type of mom. That mom isn't as old as your grandmother. But do you think that we could even bring in the boys? Are there a lot of boys that are saying this about, or is it like maybe one or two in particular? even do a group session and explain all of that?
Well, I'm not too sure. They're not my friends,
Okay.
so I don't talk to them all the time. So I don't really know. I know one's Tommy,
Right.
but I'm not friends with Tommy.
Right.
He doesn't play the same sport or he doesn't live near me, so I don't know him. So he's not on my bus.
Okay. But
and the other boys, I don't know their names.
okay. But it's not just Tommy, but there's other boys who are saying these things.
Yes.
Okay.
And a couple other kids.
Okay. Well, maybe, over the next few days, if they keep talking about this, we can even think about doing a group session and talk about, ways that we can become better classmates, better friends, and how it makes other people feel. Because obviously in the first session, you were very upset about them talking about your grandmother, who is basically your mother to you. She's the only woman that you've known as a mother, so I think that we could also incorporate that in future sessions, bringing everybody in together and talking about, things that can hurt our feelings. How do you feel about that?
I think that if it can help me feel better and maybe even help the boys understand that my grandmother is like their mother and she's very special, and I think if that can help, yeah, I don't want to have to feel like I'm being bullied or they're just upsetting me all the time. I don't want to have to feel that.
Right, and I think so far you've made excellent strides. You've recognized that, I'm different, and it's okay to be different. And I think once we can get the other boys to see that too, then it'll be even better for everybody in the school, because we want everybody to get along. Is there anything else on your mind that you can think of about your grandmother that you want to talk about?
No, not really. I mean, she just means a lot to me, and I want everyone to know how I feel about her because she's like their moms, and they're really happy and proud of their moms, and they're excited to see their moms after the soccer game. Like I'm excited to see my grandma after the soccer game. So I think that I want people to understand that I feel the same way, and when they talk bad about her, that it does upset me, like it would upset me talking about their mommy. And I don't want to feel that way.
Right. So what I'm saying is that you don't want to feel like, just because you're a little different, that they have to keep talking about it. That it's okay to be different, and that they should basically move on from the subject.
Well, I would like for them to move on because I don't want to have to see them in the classroom or even the hallway or during recess, and I don't want to be in a position where it's uncomfortable for me to come to school because right now they make me uncomfortable.
Okay, and let's talk about you feeling uncomfortable.
I think that I see that other kids aren't being made fun of.
Okay.
And maybe there are other things that make other people different, and they're not being made fun of. And this seems to me to be something that isn't that big a deal.
Right.
And it's something that my grandmother has talked to me about, and I understand what the situation is and why she's my mother, even though she's my grandmother. But she is like a mother to me, and I think I don't want to be uncomfortable. I don't want to be able to come to school and have fun and play like the other kids are playing without kids making fun of me.
Okay, so you say you don't want to be uncomfortable and you want to be able to come to school, have fun, and learn at the same time. So how can we build upon you feeling uncomfortable and shifting so that you will be more comfortable?
Well, maybe your idea of talking to everyone and sitting down could be something that really helps, but I would be really upset that if we sat down and we talked about the feelings, that they would hurt my feelings because I talked about them. Because right now I can keep them inside and not talk to them.
Right.
And they're not going to make fun of me anymore. Not maybe now, instead of making fun of my grandmother, now they'll make fun of me because I talked about my feelings.
Okay. And that's an excellent point to make, because when we do bring them in, or if we decide to bring them in, then it does kind of shift the focus off of them picking on your grandmother, but now it brings you into the picture, and they might think of you has been a tattletale, and it could make things worse before it got better.
I definitely don't want that to happen.
Right, and I understand that. I would never want to put you in a situation where you feel uncomfortable again, or you feel like, okay, well, they were just talking about my grandmother, now they're talking about me. So that's just another aspect to consider, if you want to do the group session with the other boys.
Yeah, like I said, if it can make me feel better, I would do it, but I think that I just don't want to feel worse if we do it.
Okay. But it's something that you will consider?
Yes, I would.
Okay. So maybe let's just right now think of the pros and cons to having them. We already talked about, if they come in here, it could be a positive thing, but also it could be a negative thing. So maybe we can think about two or three things that would make it a pro, 2 or 3 things that could make it a con. Are you up to that?
I do understand you want to make sure that we can see the good and the bad in that, but I'm afraid that what happens if they came in and they said that they're not calling my grandmother names and they're just saying that it's me, it's my fault.
Okay.
I don't want that to be, because that would make me even more upset. And
right.
I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm just coming to school and playing soccer, and that's all I want to do. I want to come into school and have fun and hang out with my friends. I don't want to feel upset.
Right, and that's why I'm here also, because I don't want to escalate the situation. I would like to de-escalate the situation. So that was kind of a negative or a pro or a con. What about a pro?
I think the big pro would be they wouldn't make fun of me anymore. From what you're saying to me, that we would be able to talk about it, and we could understand. Maybe they understand that my grandmother is someone that is special, and they wouldn't have to make fun of her.
Okay. So once again, I feel like this session was very helpful. We talked about how you talked to your grandmother and how she kind of helped you understand, that it's okay to be different. She's still a mother to you regardless of her age. And I think going forward, maybe for our next session, I would like you to watch this really awesome video that kind of talks about this little boy who has a mother who is a little older in age compared to the rest of the classmates. And I feel like it's very similar to your situation. So I would really love for you to watch that. It's about 30 minutes or so. It's a really quick episode, but I would love for you to watch that video. And then maybe in the next session we can come back and talk about, what you gathered from it. And then also I want you to think about, once again, the pros and cons of a group session with the boys who have been talking about your grandmother. And we can also discuss how you feel about that. If you would like to move forward with the group session, or if you just want to keep it between us.
Okay. If you think that that's going to make me feel better, and we can work towards them maybe understanding more, then absolutely, yes, I would like to watch that.
Okay. And don't forget about the pros and cons, okay? I really want you to reflect on those.
I'll definitely talk to my grandmother. Maybe she can help me understand some of the things that maybe I don't understand,
right.
And she can maybe see some of the things that I don't see, and she's really good at that. She's smart.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. Thank you for coming by, Bobby.